Oh, good evening. Today will be, I don't know what to call this, but I'm just so happy that Leo season has finally arrived and that Mercury retrograde is leaving. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I think this has been the most atrocious, wacky Mercury retrograde that I've experienced. And I am really fond of Leo season. Cancer season was a little bit tough for me with all those eclipses. I have a Cancer moon in the eighth house. Came off of that, and the two men in my life, my father and my grandfather, are both Leos. So when they're not here, the season gets a little bit different for me. Less celebratory and more going inward, rehashing memories. So shout out, this is my father here, Glenn Rowdy Row, and he used to always tease me about, staying in my closet and being a bookworm and reading books and looking at the stars. And, I was always obsessed with space and stuff like that. So anyway, here I am in astrology for years, and anything esoteric, metaphysical, hidden. And he was a very concrete, I see, I feel type of man. But we'll move on from that. This art is not my own, but I just wanted to share it, and I don't know where I got it, but it is my favorite postcard ever. And I think it's really appropriate today after the Gilroy Garlic Festival shootings. This is Peace, home cooked meals, 10 and 15 cents, and it's a man. I think he's holding up some type of pie. Of course, it has paint on it. But have a couple decks today. I'm going to use the Doreen Virtue deck. I don't like to hear the drama around Doreen Virtue because I've said it before. She's helped many women with, battered, abused, any type of trauma. She worked in that before she became a light worker, and wherever she's at now, I'm sure she's good. And this is the first deck I got from her. It's called Flower Therapy, and of course it's upside down. But this is the card I drew today. Now keep in mind, some of these plants are not native to the United States, so when I first got it, I was like, wow, like, where do I find plants like these? Well, the answer is you go to Aussie. Okay, so this one is Sign from Heaven, Protea. Your loved ones in spirit are waving hello and giving you reassurance that you'll be all right. This is what the back of the cards look like. It has this really pretty girl. I'll just read to you from that. It is. You're never alone. Your loved ones may cross over, but they choose to come back to be with you, giving support and guidance just as they did when they were living. They want to know what's happening in your life. Certain feelings or sensations running through your physical body are signs that your loved ones are near. For example, you might smell a fragrance connected to a loved one or hear that person's name mentioned in the street. There's no such thing as coincidence. Each of these events is a message from your loved one to let you know you're okay. They're still with you and like to give you great big hugs. You may also pull this card if you're still mourning a loss. Grief is natural, yet it's also a lower emotion, and it serves you best to heal. Our saving grace is that we can cope with the loss by knowing that the ones we miss are still with us in spirit. If you'd like further confirmation from deceased loved ones that this is so, then ask. They will bring you signs and messages that you can't rationalize away. You will know for sure it is them. Additional meanings. Your angels are very close to you right now. It's safe for you to express and release grief, and you're supported in this world and in the spirit world. I often find money. Cardinals will dive bomb me. My father and I used to have a joke. He'd say, well, I'll be the bird that dive bombs you. And they do. Today I had a huge blue, I keep saying blue jay, very aggressive, kind of a bully, and the Cardinals were, just kept coming in numbers against the one bird. So, and then this is the angel card I pulled today. It's from Angel Meditations. I think I mentioned this many times, but I got it at World Market, which is my favorite store I discovered in San Francisco. The angel of communication. When we meet someone and connect with his or her inner light, we allow the most wonderful communication to happen, be it with words, gestures, with a smile, or even in silence. Communication inspired by the soul radiates interaction and synchronicity in our lives. So I like to think the energy that you put out, the frequency, the vibration will be matched. And of course, that doesn't always happen. Sometimes you meet, the one, you know, crazy person that you really don't want to deal with. And usually that just means it's not an energy match. They're just not really where you are on the path yet. So, and then this is a new deck. I got this as a gift, and I shuffled it before, and this is the Lover card, and I will show you the deck. It's a little bit hard to use. The shadow side is the side of us that we don't want to acknowledge. It's by Carolyn Miss, and it's Archetype Cards, and this is the guidebook. I love the art, by the way, in this deck, and she is a phenomenal individual. She's a pioneer in the field of energy medicine and human consciousness. So she's worked as a medical intuitive since 1982, and she's got several awards. But this is the deck. The card, I don't shuffle on here because I can't stand the noise and my dog starts barking at me. So if you vacuum, he barks. So here we go. Lover, light attributes, great passion and devotion, unbridled appreciation of someone or something. And then the shadow attributes, which is the dark side or the side that we have to fight, and we all have a shadow side, is obsessive passion that harms others, self-destructive devotion, even putting someone else before your own needs. You really cannot serve another individual until you're healed and until you're secure in your own being, and self-care is part of that, hygiene, getting yourself up to the highest vibration possible. So once